So, hi everyone. So here we are, it's Wednesday the 28th of September and we're doing a few jobs on the front of the house today. So, we've been quite busy. We've had lots to organise, lots of things that are a little bit different for us at the moment. SIM cards for our phones, things like that. Very simple things, what we're used to as simple things. Are not always that straightforward, just because it's a different language, obviously, which we knew. But anyway, we're getting on with things now. We're starting to move forward. And if we look at what we've done, actually, we've got quite a lot of things in place already. So I'm going to show you a few things about what we're doing at the moment. So probably not priority. I don't know what is priority, what isn't at the minute. We've just got a long list of things that we need to be doing. But we're making the house livable, at least in the short term livable, as I think we've mentioned before. What we're doing is we have a solar panel on the roof here, which is powering it's powering one Bluetti. That's a 120 watt solar panel. You can probably just see it just there on this temporary-ish stand that I've built. We also have another solar panel here which is pulling in power for the other Bluetti that we have, and they're pulling in a little bit of power. We are now needing a little bit extra power because up on the roof here, I don't know if you can see, we have now got our Starlink installed. So we're now using a bit more power than we normally would have done.
Than we were yesterday.
That's right, but it's super speedy. It will give us far more internet access than we would ever need, but for the price of it at the moment, it was a consideration that we felt was worth at least attempting. There's no contracts or anything like that, so it wasn't really a high risk situation. But we'll talk about that maybe on a different video, once we've got that tested for a little while, but it seems to be working really well. So for today, what we're doing is we're now tidying up the front of the garden. As you can also see, part of our infrastructure down here is that we do, I don't know if you can see that in the dark, but we do have a gas canister there, and that gas canister is powering our oven, which we have just acquired as well.
Yes.
We haven't talked about the YouTube video just yet, so I will show you our new oven as well. But before I show you that, we're going to do a little bit of, what's this called, weed suppressant.
I cleared out everything from the front section. It has got some very well established plants in here, but generally it's filled up with weeds. But there's a lot of lemon balm, and as you might be able to see poking through the green, these are calla lilies, and that's basically grown up in, that's 2 days worth of growth there basically. So we just want to keep all the mess down. So we've got some weed suppressant, and then I'm going to poke some holes so the lilies can still come up and through. And then we looked at the cost of some gravel in Castelo, and for the small space and for what it does, it was very expensive. So we have lots of land with lots of stones on it and so we're going to collect our own stones for free and just do a little bit every day or every other day, and then just put another bucket or half a bucket down each day. So slowly but surely.
fiddly?
A little bit, but
Takes a lot of patience. I would be like, no,
just chop the heads off the flowers. Just some of them weren't here yesterday, so I knew about these ones, but now there's like more coming up, so I'm finding them as I'm tapping the pattern. Ah, see, there's another 3. They weren't there yesterday.
So, I mentioned about our, we're not going to go down there just yet. We haven't done any work. We haven't done any work down that part of the house. That's still our storage area at the moment. But coming back into here, which is our temporary kitchen and living area, I did mention to you that we have an oven, a new oven. So it's a little bit posh, to be honest with you. Quite a posh gas oven we now have. I mentioned about the solar panels. The solar panels at the front are powering both of these Bluettis at the moment. Yeah, 2 solar panels, 2 Bluettis.
Morning everyone. Much cooler this morning. Forecast for rain, although it's not really raining, barely a mist, but probably ideal for painting the front of the house. And Darren's really excited about this because it'll be instant tidying up.
So the rains are coming down a little bit heavier now. Still only tiny bit of rain, but I brought the camera in and we're just going to continue with some painting outside. And when the rain stops, it's safe to take the camera back out again. I'll take you out. Again, this is another temporary fix, just to make things look a little bit nicer, a little bit brighter, a little bit more cheery.
Like
yeah.
someone lives here.
Yeah, as Elaine says, to make it look like someone actually lives here, which it does a little bit more now at least. Excuse the t-shirt, by the way, this was just a painting t-shirt. It's not actually Christmas. So also what we've done, I don't know if you can see just above here, is we've started to train the vine. The vine was going a lot of it was going this way. We've now started to train it to come across this way, which I think would look really, really nice when it's actually covering that side of the house. I think it would look really, really smart indeed. And the white paint definitely makes a lot of difference. Just like inside the house, it's definitely brightened everything up in there. It makes everything look a lot more livable. Same idea for the outside, and I think it is. Okay, so we've almost finished the painting for the day. Well, at least for the morning, yeah. So now we're just going to go out for a little walk just before lunch, and we thought we'd bring the camera and show you where we're going.
Then I can probably get a second coat on after lunch as well.
Oh,
It'll be all dry, won't it?
it's looking a lot better, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got that top corner to do where it's like the hardest to reach.
Yep, and it hasn't helped that I've put a satellite dish and a solar panel in the way.
Yeah.
But we'll get there.
Yeah, it's looking much tidier.
So we're just walking down the main Rua Principal, which is our road. Our house is just here. So it's a little bit of an overcast day today, a little bit unusual for the time that we've been here. It's been quite warm. Maybe, what's it been, in the 20s and 25s?
It's been 25 to 30 since we got here, but I think it's a peaking at 22 today.
Okay. So yeah, so this is quite chilly compared to what it has been since we've got here. So here we are walking down to the bottom of our village, or at least to near the bottom of our village, and just having a little look around. Let's have a little stop here. Yeah, just to show you a little bit around where we are. Not quite sure how many people live here in this village. A lot less than used to, apparently. We were talking to a lady yesterday who's been living here for a very, very long time, and the time that she's spent here, she says she's seen a lot of people move away. So for her, it's nice to see people actually coming back into the village. So yeah, a lovely lady lives just opposite us, up the top of the street there, and she invited us in yesterday for some jeropiga and cake. Yeah, lovely lady, and yeah, it was her birthday. Yeah, so that's the first time. Well, for me, that's the second time I've tried jeropiga, because I went to her house the other day to buy some gas, because she sells the gas here in the local town as well, and she took me into her kitchen and opened her cupboards and was giving me some jeropiga, which was absolutely lovely. So it's a lovely little town, lovely little village rather, and the people here just absolutely lovely.
Everyone is very welcoming, whether they speak English or not, or we use Google Translate. They want you to come in and they want to make you very welcome, as well as meeting the lady who had the birthday yesterday. Earlier in the day we met a neighbour of a neighbour, and she spoke lovely English, and she wanted us to come in to meet her mother.
Yeah.
And so we went in, and her mother didn't understand a word we said, and we didn't understand her, but the smiles were warm and very genuine.
Yeah.
And she was like wanting a hug and a kiss on the cheek, and for welcoming us into her house was really lovely.
Yeah.
So now we wave if I'm walking Max, and we go past the window and we wave. Don't know whether she can see us, but just in case she can. But the other thing that I love, the houses, they're either complete ruins and the roofs have fallen in, or they're like ours where it's been done up but it's still quite sad to live in, or they're completely refurbished and they're completely modern. There's such a variety, there's such a contrast, and that is just like life, and it's sort of all eclipsed here in this tiny little village that doesn't even have a church, it doesn't have a shop, it doesn't have anything, you think, but wow, it's got some community. It's really nice. Max wants to go for a walk though, not listen to us yabbering on. Come on.
Okay, so this is our main village area just down here. That's the road that we've just walked down, which leads up to our house, and now we're just coming through into a track which takes us through a little bit more of a forested area. So we're going to do that now. So we're just going up this way here and continue on our walk. The weather seems to have got a little bit dry again now, which is nice.
Lots of cork oak trees here. The bark is just starting to develop the cork, already very thick. Really full of texture, very nice. There's lots of them here, all different ages.
So this is coming to the end of our forest walk. This just brings us back onto the main road again. So now I think it's get home, get those rocks.
Yes, rather beauty. That could be a nice sort of corner one, or
That's a nice rock for the corner.
one with small ones around it.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so get ourselves back for some lunch then. So that brings us to the end of our little walk and back into our street, which I'm sure by now you'll recognise. So, time for some lunch.
And that's 2 courts on there now, at least 2, 3 in places. Really pleased with how it's worked out. Just nice and tidy, nice and simple. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. So right up to under the eave. Then we've pulled the vines that were going sort of this way towards the solar panel and separated them out, trimmed them down a little, got them spread out. So there's like 3 or 4 different branches of the same vine, and then it'll all go off to the left hand side. Really nice, very pleased with it. Nice smooth finish. Tiny little bit that I couldn't reach just above the solar panel. If I don't look at it, I won't see it. Then I've got my brushes and my roller drying out in the air. Yep. Just need to pop out the windows and the door frame with the fly screens on and get round those, but for now that will definitely do. All we need to look for is a nice door number, something colourful and cheery, and get that put up. But other than that, that's a good start to making the outside look as other places now inhabited and being loved. And the clouds have all cleared and the sun's come out. Blue sky evening. So thanks very much. I hope you enjoyed seeing the jobs that we did today and coming along on our lunchtime walk. We're gonna have a bit of a sit down and a chill now, nice shower, and get settled for the evening. So thank you very much for coming along, and we will see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.